This DK Metcalf situation is crazy. It's crazy, dude. Like, I heard some people talk about it. I read up on it. And basically, there's a conduct detrimental like clause in his contract, right? So like it basically says if there were to be a suspension, they could void his guaranteed money, potentially affecting his $45 million. And I'm like, is DK about to be on the Pittsburgh Steelers next year? You know what I mean? I'm like, that's crazy. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That swing from DK Metcalf, risky, very risky, man. I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, suspension's coming. And if you watch DK Metcalf, like if you watched him at Seattle, dude, there was times I'd watch some Niners games. Like I'd be watching Niners and Seattle so many times, right? And lots of times the San Francisco 49ers would line up DK against Charvarius Ward. Yo, you're not subscribed? Come on, man. Why you not subscribed? Be sure to drop a like on this video as well while you're at it. And be sure to follow me on Instagram. Drop any topic of discussion, any question in there. We can make a video on it. Even if you have a player, we can do some film review on them as well. All right, now let's get back to the video. Yeah, they lined him up against Charvarius Ward. Charvarius Ward's a good corner. And there were so many times, bro, I'd see Charvarius Ward kind of sticking it to DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf would get pissed. Like, he'd start freaking out, dude. I've seen it with other corners, too. I watched it with Darius Slay. The 1 year in Philly, I was like, Jesus. I was like, holy shit. I was like, DK kind of has a temper. Like, I was like, he's a great player. Like, I love watching DK play football. I think he's a dope-ass player. Him and AJ Brown getting drafted, you know, from Ole Miss. But wow, just wow. Like for what he did, I'm like, holy shit. But at the same time, I'm like, I kind of saw some signs of him being a little bit aggressive, right? Not that aggressive. Like, I watched the video. It didn't honestly even look like he made any contact on that swing up, whatever you want to call it, punch, swing, whatever. But the fact that he did it, you just can't do that. You just can't do that in this league. You can't do it, dude, and you should expect a suspension. Like I said, we don't know if he's gonna be on the. We don't even know if he's gonna be on the Steelers next year because it's kind of big. But I don't know. Like, did any of you watch Marcus Peters back in the day? There is an old altercation with Marcus Peters. I can't remember if it was what team he was on. He might have been on the Kansas City Chiefs when this happened. But you know, he's kind of been around. He's on the Rams, Los Angeles, Kansas City Chiefs, maybe another team. I don't even know where he is anymore, but there's this, he went up into the stands and he was face to face with a fan. And that's like the closest thing I've ever seen. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he just confronted the fan. And so, dude, sometimes these fans talk a lot of shit, right? But you being a player, you can't do that. Especially like literally trying to connect and knock out somebody. And DK Metcalf, who I would assume at his size, he probably has a pretty gnarly swing. And just can't do it, dude. Just can't do it. And, you know, going back to that Marcus Peters thing, if he would have made contact with that fan, who he didn't, he was just up in his face talking, like, saying, like, say it again, it didn't happen. But, yeah, I'm sure something similar would have happened that happened with DK Metcalf. It's just a crazy situation. And it just goes back to the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? The Pittsburgh Steelers throughout, like, most of Mike Tomlin's career have just had some like troublesome wide receivers. They really have. Like, you like go back, dude, like Mike Wallace, even Emmanuel Sanders was there at one point. And Emmanuel Sanders, I don't really think he was like so much of a troubled wide receiver, but like he was there at one point. Martavius Bryant, freaking Antonio Brown. Like, I'm going through all these guys, DK Metcalf, freaking George Pickens, and I'm sure I'm missing other wide receivers, but for whatever reason, the Pittsburgh Steelers at the wide receiver position just have these guys that are they're dogs out on the field, right? They are dogs. They're such good wide receivers, but the personality and just kind of their attitude, sometimes it's like, that ain't gonna fly in this league.